Hello students, myself Rupali Chaure. I'm an assistant professor in computer science and engineering department at SIRT College, Bhopal. So today we are going to learn about a topic that is Huffman encoding, and this is included in analysis and design of algorithm subject for fourth semester of RGPV curriculum. So let's start to learn what is Huffman encoding and how we can perform the coding using Huffman encoding technique. So this is our first slide where you can see that Huffman coding technique is based on greedy method. As we all know that what is the greedy method, I have discussed it in my earlier lecture. Greedy method always selects the best possible solution based on the current input values. Now, Huffman encoding algorithm is a greedy algorithm, so it also follows the rules and steps of greedy algorithm. So, Huffman encoding algorithm also uses the best possible solution of any given problem at that moment. It doesn't care about the future. It just takes the best output from the current input values. Okay. So how do we perform the coding? We will learn about that. Before that, I want to tell you about that why we need the Huffman coding. As we all know that we have to move data from one place to another, and if we want to send some information from source to destination, then we all would like to do it in efficient manner. So to perform the efficient transportation of data from source to destination, we use to encode the data so that its size becomes smaller. This technique is called compression. So we encode the given input string in such a way that the original size of the data is reduced to some extent, and then we can easily transport the encoded message from one place to another, source to destination. There are two benefits. That one, that the data is secured, and the second, less time will be used to transport the data from one place to another. Okay, so for transportation of given input string or data from one place to another, we use the Huffman coding technique, which compresses or encodes the data to make it in small size data, so that we can efficiently transport the data from source to destination. Okay, so how we perform the Huffman coding? In Huffman encoding algorithm, we have given a percentage mix of each character appears in a corpus. Means in a given input string, we have some values as input, that how many characters are present in that string and what is the number of appearance of each character in the input string. Okay, so now we have to find out the variable bit pattern of each character, means how many times each character is appeared in the given input string. Now this is the best technique, that is greedy method. We use the greedy method, and we always pick the two smallest percentages to combine. We will learn about the last sentence in the next slide. You will be very clear with this last line. So moving forward, here is the example of Huffman encoding. Suppose we have given this problem. What does the problem state? If the repetition count of different characters in input string of 100 characters are given below. A appears 22 times, B appears 12 times, C 24 times, D 6 times, E 27 times, and F appears 9 times in the input string. When we find Then we have to find the most efficient encoding technique to convert the string into the encoded message. Now we have number of ways to encode this message. So we will discuss two techniques here, and afterwards we will discuss why we use Huffman encoding. Okay. So first one, as we all aware about the ASCII code, and we all know that in ASCII code, each and every character is represented by 7 bits. Okay. So in our given string, we have how many different characters? 6 different characters are there, and our input string is of length 100 characters. So 100 characters means each character will be represented by 7 bits. So total we have 700 bits message if we use ASCII code to encode the given input string of the given example. Okay, so if we want to transfer this 100 character message by using ASCII code, then we have to use 700 bits for transportation of this 100 bit string. So what will be the rate? The average bits per character will be 7 bits per character. We have to use the length. Now second technique, we can use a user defined encoding technique. Like if we have 3 different input bits for 6 different characters, as we all know that we can use a 3-bit code to encode 6 different characters. So for 100 character input string, we will have to use 3 into 100, that is 300 bits for a 100 character string. So as we can easily compare here that apart from ASCII code, which requires 700 bits for 100 character string, and here if we encode these only 6 letters A, B, C, D, E, F by using 3 bits, then we will spend only 300 bits, and too much memory and communication bandwidth will be saved, and our bandwidth will be 3 bits per character used. So now as we have seen these two techniques, ASCII code and user defined coding, now further we will move ahead and we will use the Huffman encoding technique to solve this problem. Here, as I discussed earlier, I have the given repetition count mix of different characters in a given string of 100 characters. We can add these all characters repetition count and it will come to 100. So now we will start to learn how we use the Huffman coding and how to solve this problem and how to encode these 6 characters to make a 100 character string. Okay. So for this we will create a Huffman tree. So let's learn how to create a Huffman tree. At first we will write all these letters like this, and now we will select the least 2 values. What are the minimum 2 values? By using greedy technique, we will use the minimum 2 values, which will be shown here. D and F, as we can see, D and F are the least 2 values, 6 and 9. So we will take both of them and we will add them to make a new parent node of our Huffman tree, and this will give the value 15 of the parent node. Now we will cross these two values 6 and 9 from the input string. Now we have a list of repetition count, as we can see here in the slide, 22, 12, 24 and 15 and 27. Now 15 is also included here. Now we can see that again least 2 counts are 12 and 15. So we will add both of them and create a parent node. Like this, we will always select the least 2 values and create the parent node, and then remove both of them from the input list. Now we have the remaining values. 22, 24, 27 and 27. So what will be the next two values? Next two least count values will be 22 and 24. So we will add both of them and we'll create a new parent node, that is 46. 22 and 24 will be cancelled. Next two minimum values will be 27 and 27. We will add both of them to create a new parent node, that is 54, and we will cancel out these two, 27 and 27. Now we have left only two values, that is 46 and 54. So finally we will add them and we will get a total of 100, and then we will cross both 46 and 54 also. So this way we can create the Huffman tree. Okay. And finally, the parent node, as you can see here, the value, its value is 100. So it should always match with the value of the total length of the input string. So now this is the method of how to create a Huffman tree, and now how to encode the given characters. Now we will start encoding the given character. This was the tree which we created, Huffman tree. Now we will encode this by putting 0 and 1 on each side. We will use encoding technique by putting 0 on the left side and putting 1 on the right side. So like this, in each and every level of this Huffman tree, I'm going to put 0 on the left side and 1 on the right side. Okay. So like this, 0, 1, 0, 1, everything, everywhere I have written 0 on the left child and 1 on the right child side. Now we can find out, as you can see on the slide, for encoding A, we have to make a path of to reach up to A character. So from the parent node, we will traverse up to the A character, and whatever the values will be on there, 0 or 1, we will count them. And as you can see, from 100 to A, we have two edges, and both of them are 0, 0. So we will write here A will be encoded as 0, 0. Okay. Now for B, you can see, for traversing from 100 to B, we will traverse through 1, then 0, then 0. So for B, we will use the code 100. For traversing up to C from 100, we will use code 0 and 1. And then for traversing up to D from 100, we will use this right child side, 1, then 0, sorry, 1, yes, 1, then 0, then 1, then 0. Like this, we can traverse from 100 to D, and it will create the code for D character, which is 1010. Now, for creating a code for E character, we will start traversing from the parent node, that is 100, up to E. So we will go through this, and here we have the code 1. Then here we will go up to E, where we also find the same 1. So E will be encoded as 1, 1. Okay. Now last one, that is F character. So for traversing up to F from 100, we will go through this right way, 1, then 0, then 1, then 1. So 1, 0, 1, 1 is the code for character F. So like this, after creating Huffman tree, we will encode this 6 characters by traversing there in the Huffman tree, and the generated code will have 0 and 1 bits, which are placed as the left child, always left child value is the 0 and right child value is the 1. So like this, we have created all the codes of these 6 characters. Now you can see that how many repetition counts A have in the input string 22. So if single A consists of 2 bits, single A consists of 2 bits, then 22 into 2 means how many times this bits will appear? 22 into 2. Okay. Then B's repetition count is 12, and B's repetition count is 12, and B's code consists 3 bits. So 12 into 3, that gives 36, means total repetition count of 12 for B character will consume 36 bits in the encoded message. Okay. So as you can see here, we have selected the least appeared code in the leaf child. Here in the starting D and F, which have 6 and 9. So we have selected first two minimum values, least two values. Why? Because their code will be the maximum length code. See, you can see here D's length is 4 bit, F's length is 4 bit. All other characters code is length is less than D and F. Why? Because these are the situated at the lower level apart from the other characters values. So the character which appears most number of the times in the string is chosen in the last of the process of the creation of Huffman tree, so that the its code will be smaller as compared to less repetition count code. Okay, so total number of bits required will be 248, and here average bits per character will be 2.42. Okay, so the solution found doing this is an optimal solution because we are using greedy technique. So we will always look for an optimal solution in each and every stage by using these two values from our inputs. And here you can see that Huffman tree is a binary tree, and which is a full tree, means it is a complete binary tree. Okay, so like this we can see here that we have encoded this 100 character input string into 242 bits, and in our previous string we can see that it was 300 bits. User defined by using user defined coding technique we could code it by 300 bits. So we have further reduced the 50 bits from the encoded message. So you can see that this is the most efficient method discussed here in the lecture. So like this we can encode any message, any input string where we have given the repetition count or percentage mix of different characters, and for that we can create a Huffman tree, and by using a Huffman tree we can encode the characters by traversing the tree and putting 0 on the left and 1 on the right side, and we can create the different codes for each and every character from the input string, and like this we can create a efficient encoding technique that is called Huffman encoding. Okay, so thank you very much for listening carefully. Stay tuned and keep learning. We are always here to solve your doubts. Thank you very much.